It's probably fair to frighten an adult. If you're trying to frighten them into action and you believe that the way you're frightening them is productive, a little bit of fear might be a good thing. I mean, it might be an effective thing. I'm not going to say it's a good thing. But when you intentionally scare children to get a political result, that's just immoral, in my view. As I've often said, fear is a great persuader. So it's always good for a politician. I won't say good, let's say effective. I don't want to put a moral judgment on it. It's effective for a candidate to scare you that some bad thing will happen unless they're elected. Elect me or we'll be attacked, or I don't know, one thing or another will happen. So it's very common. And we don't think too much about it because it's just part of the nature of I'm sorry, just read a comment that threw me off. What was I talking about? Oh, fear. So it's very common that politicians use fear to persuade. But when I was watching the youth strike, there was climate strike, and the youth were out there very afraid about the future. And I thought to myself, it's probably fair to frighten an adult. If you're trying to frighten them into action and you believe that the way you're frightening them is productive, a little bit of fear might be a good thing. I mean, it might be an effective thing. I'm not going to say it's a good thing. But when you intentionally scare children to get a political result, that's just immoral, in my view. Now, morality is sort of subjective, but I can't see a scenario in which someone with an underdeveloped brain should be scared to the point of mental health issues, which is what's happening, actual mental health issues. So adults are scaring children into mental health issues, and probably not legitimately. Because if you add together the fact that nuclear energy plus carbon capturing, scrubbing machines are coming online, we get a lot going for us, and I've got a pretty good feeling that we're not going to have a calamitous effect from climate change. So, just everything about that screamed of child abuse. It really did. Somebody saying child abuse in the comments. I didn't want to use that phrase, but when I read it, I thought, yeah, that looks like child abuse. Scaring children to the point of mental illness. For what? Children don't vote. They don't invent things. And then using them as a tool to convince other adults. Probably just about the worst thing you could ever do. Torturing children for the benefit of a political outcome. How bad is that? Pretty bad, huh?